Once in heaven, there were many beautiful angels, who, later on, were thrown into hell. Much has been said about fallen angels, including on this channel. The inhabitants of heaven have angered the Lord for various reasons. At least such a conclusion can be reached by studying the history of each individual angel. We have said many times that any fallen angel was once a pagan god, but today we will consider each fallen one as an angel. Their fates as representatives of the heavenly inhabitants are quite interesting. Angel, we will call all representatives of heavenly forces, because that makes sense. Azazel was one of the enemy angels. He denounced the human race. This angel, according to Enoch, was the head of legions. He lived, like the other accusers, in the northern part of the fifth heaven. Enoch described these angels as warriors. They were mighty, clothed in the garb of warriors. Azazel, in conjunction with the other watching angels, descended to earth. The story that followed shook heaven itself. After all, the angels who were to carry the word of the Lord to the people began to teach them and entered into love affairs with local girls. Azazel taught the fair sex to paint, and for the men, the angel taught them military training. It was for this reason that Azazel became a fallen man. He was captured, placed in a cave at the bottom of the desert. The angel was chained, laid on a sharp rock, his face covered. Ever since then, Azazel has languished at the bottom of the desert. He sees no sunlight. The angel waits until the end of time to appear before God. Semiaza, another watcher, he, like Azazel, dwells in the fifth heaven. With his legions, this angel traveled to earth. He was hesitant to embark on an adventure with the other angels, but he did. Semiaza trained the humans in magic. He became the husband of an earth woman, and the couple had a child. For this, the angel was thrown into prison. Astaroth, he was a seraphim who treated people favorably. Astaroth was connected with the sun. To mankind he brought light, including his knowledge. Teaching people became detrimental to the seraphim. He shared too much knowledge, taught secret things to people, after which he was thrown out of heaven. Since then, Astaroth has been considered a demon. Of course, he is a very powerful representative of hell. The demon Astaroth pestered exorcists in the Middle Ages. He raided convents and led nuns astray. He continues to share more knowledge with mankind as before, only now as the Duke of Hell according to Gosha. Focalor, he lived in the seventh heaven, next to God. Apparently, he was involved with the thrones, but he was thrown out of heaven. Despite such a setback, Focalor was not about to give up. He wished to return to the seventh heaven and get his rank back. After his fall, he became a demon and duke of the underworld, according to Gosha. Focalor is characterized by being strict, demanding, and pedantic. This demon is disciplined and responsible for all tasks. He unquestioningly follows the orders of his superiors and demands the same of those below him. It is not clear how such a representative of heaven could be among the fallen. Asmodeus, Kabbalists call him a fallen seraphim. The reasons for the fall of this angel remain a mystery. However, as well as the reasons for the fall of many other heavenly inhabitants. As a demon, he became the prince of the underworld, gained more influence in the subordination of the demon's entire legions. Asmodeus was accused of possessing nuns and generally being responsible for mass possessions. In the Middle Ages, Beelzebub, he was a seraphim who found himself among the fallen angels. The image of Beelzebub was constantly being added to. He was actually made the second Satan. Already as a demon, he is named one of the most powerful in the underworld after Lucifer. Occultists of the Middle Ages believed that this demon symbolizes false gods, and is also a demon of gluttony and gluttony. If you take any demon, you can find that he was either an angel or a pagan god and generally brought all sorts of usefulness to people. Over time, it so happened that his image was demonized. So, it's impossible to account for all the fallen in one video.